Speak when you are angry, and you will make the best speech you will ever regret, Ambrose Bierce once cautioned. In the heat of conflict, words can either fuel the fire or douse the flames. Today, we dive deep into the art of calming storms with mere syllables, exploring sayings that not only cool down angry folks, but also transform the energy of confrontation into a bridge for understanding and connection. In moments of tension, the right words are like a soothing balm on a searing wound. They have the power to break the cycle of anger, opening a window to a calmer, more productive dialogue. As we navigate through these sayings, remember, the goal is not just to pacify, but to connect and heal. If you're intrigued by how simple phrases can shift the dynamics of an angry exchange, make sure to subscribe and join our community for more insights. Tap the like button if you find our content valuable, and share your experiences in the comments below. Have these sayings ever echoed in your own interactions? Have they surprised you with their effectiveness? Stay tuned as we unveil sayings steeped in wisdom, words that carry the quiet strength to transform anger into understanding, fostering peace where there was once discord. This isn't just about quelling tempers, it's about crafting connections in the crucible of conflict. Lesson 1. I see this is really important to you. One of the most powerful ways to cool down an angry person is to acknowledge their emotions without judgment. By saying, I see this is really important to you, you're validating their feelings and showing that you're listening. In moments of anger, people often feel misunderstood or ignored, which only amplifies their frustration. This phrase, though simple, lets the person know you're aware of the depth of their concern, creating an opening for them to express themselves more fully, often reducing their need to shout or become defensive. Anger often stems from a sense of loss of control, or a feeling that one's values or boundaries are being ignored. By reflecting back to the person that you understand their perspective, you're giving them a chance to feel seen and heard, which can help diminish the emotional intensity. This phrase doesn't imply agreement or disagreement. Rather, it communicates empathy and allows the other person to feel validated. By doing so, you're not only respecting their perspective, but also helping to de-escalate the situation by addressing the root of their anger, the need to feel understood. Psychologically, acknowledging someone's emotions can be disarming in the best way. When we're angry, we're often expecting resistance, pushback, or even confrontation. But a response like, I see this is really important to you, catches them off guard, often bringing a moment of pause as they realize they don't have to fight for your attention. Additionally, this approach aligns with one of the core principles of emotional intelligence, empathy. In high stress or high emotion situations, empathy can bridge the gap between defensiveness and dialogue. When someone hears that you're making an effort to connect with their feelings, it invites them to mirror that same understanding back to you. In conclusion, I see this is really important to you is a subtle but impactful way to diffuse anger. It communicates empathy, understanding, and a willingness to listen, all essential elements for reducing tension and inviting open communication. When you make someone feel understood, you're opening the door to connection rather than conflict, setting the stage for a resolution grounded in respect and shared understanding. Lesson 2. Help me understand what's upsetting you. When someone is angry, one of the best ways to diffuse their anger is to give them the opportunity to express themselves fully. By saying, help me understand what's upsetting you, you're inviting the person to share their frustrations openly and indicating that you genuinely care about their perspective. This phrase is powerful because it shifts the focus of the conversation from anger to clarity. Anger often clouds the specifics of an issue, leading to misunderstandings and escalating tempers. Additionally, Help me understand reflects humility, a quality that is disarming in heated situations. When people are angry, they may expect resistance or opposition, so responding with humility, asking for their perspective instead of asserting your own, can be surprising in a calming way. Psychologically, this phrase is rooted in active listening, a core skill in conflict resolution. Active listening involves more than just hearing the words someone is saying. It's about fully engaging with their message, empathizing, and reflecting back an understanding of their feelings. Moreover, this phrase can subtly prompt the person to self-reflect. Often, when someone is asked to articulate their anger, they begin to see parts of the issue they may not have considered, which can reduce their emotional intensity. This self-reflection can help them discover that some aspects of their anger may be misplaced or exaggerated, allowing them to approach the conversation with a more balanced mindset. In summary, "Help me understand what's upsetting you" is a powerful way to calm anger and foster constructive dialogue. This phrase transforms conflict into an opportunity for connection by signaling your empathy, humility, and willingness to listen. When people feel genuinely understood, they are more likely to respond with openness and respect, setting the stage for a resolution built on mutual understanding and shared goals. Lesson 3. I can see that this is frustrating and I want to help. When someone is caught in the grip of anger, a simple acknowledgement of their frustration can work wonders. By saying, "I can see that this is frustrating and I want to help," you're validating their feelings while also signaling that you're there to support them. This phrase is effective because it combines empathy with a proactive approach, showing that you not only understand their emotions, but are also willing to contribute to a solution. One of the reasons anger flares up is because people feel misunderstood or alone in their struggles. Anger is often a defense mechanism, a way to protect oneself from feeling vulnerable or unsupported. By acknowledging their frustration without judgment, you're giving them permission to express their feelings without fear of criticism. This phrase also subtly empowers the other person by giving them control over the direction of the conversation. By stating that you want to help, you're inviting them to guide you toward how best to assist, without imposing solutions or advice they may not want. Psychologically, the phrase taps into the power of empathy, which is essential for diffusing anger. Anger often arises from a perceived lack of empathy or understanding from others. When you make it clear that you're not only aware of their frustration but also ready to help, you satisfy this unmet need for empathy, reducing the anger's intensity. Additionally, offering help rather than telling them to calm down makes a significant difference. Commands like "calm down" or "relax" are often counterproductive, as they can make the person feel that their emotions are being dismissed. In conclusion, "I can see that this is frustrating and I want to help" is an effective way to cool down anger by showing empathy and offering support. It validates the person's emotions, empowers them to take charge of their response, and signals that you're there for them in a genuine way. Lesson 4. Let's take a moment to breathe and revisit this. In moments of intense anger, emotions can become overwhelming, clouding judgment and intensifying conflict. A gentle suggestion like, "Let's take a moment to breathe and revisit this," can serve as a powerful tool to reset the conversation. This phrase encourages the other person to step back from the heat of the moment, allowing them to regain their composure and approach the issue with a clearer mind. Suggesting a moment to breathe acknowledges the tension without dismissing it. It shows respect for the other person's emotions while subtly guiding them toward a calmer, more controlled state. Anger often escalates because of a cycle of reactive comments that fuel each other. By introducing a pause, you break that cycle, offering a chance for reflection rather than reaction. Additionally, the phrase "let's" is inclusive, indicating that you're both in this together. You're not suggesting that they're the only one who needs to take a break. You're inviting them to join you in a moment of shared calm. Psychologically, the act of taking a few breaths activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for calming the body's fight or flight response. When someone is angry, their body is often in a heightened state of stress. In practice, suggesting a breathing pause can be useful in both personal and professional situations. The next time you're faced with someone who's angry or overwhelmed, invite them to take a moment with you. In conclusion, "Let's take a moment to breathe and revisit this" is a simple yet powerful phrase for managing anger and fostering a healthy communication dynamic. It offers a momentary escape from heated emotions, allowing space for reflection, empathy, and understanding. By integrating this approach, you can transform moments of tension into opportunities for growth, creating a foundation of respect and mutual support in all your interactions. Lesson 5. I'm here to listen whenever you're ready to talk. Sometimes anger reaches a point where direct engagement may only heighten emotions further. In such moments, giving the person space to process their feelings while offering your support can be profoundly effective. When someone is extremely upset, forcing an immediate conversation can feel intrusive or even dismissive. Emotions, particularly anger, sometimes require time to settle before they can be communicated constructively. This approach is also rooted in the Stoic principle of understanding what we can and cannot control. You cannot control someone's readiness to talk or their processing speed, but you can control your response. Moreover, "I'm here to listen" signals that you're committed to truly hearing them, not just responding or reacting. Anger can often be exacerbated by the sense that others aren't fully engaged or genuinely listening. In practice, using this phrase is beneficial in both personal and professional settings. For instance, if a friend, family member, or co-worker is visibly upset, rather than pushing them to immediately talk it out, offer this line and step back. Often, people will be surprised by your patience and may even feel relief at not having to address their emotions before they're ready. It's also essential to follow through. If you offer to be there to listen, be prepared to do so when they come to you. When they're ready to talk, ensure that your attention is fully with them, no distractions, no interruptions. In conclusion, "I'm here to listen whenever you're ready to talk" is a thoughtful and respectful approach to handling someone's anger. By offering your presence without pressure, you create a foundation of trust and empathy, making it easier for them to express themselves openly and fostering a relationship built on understanding and mutual respect. Lesson 6. Let's work through this together. When someone is angry, they often feel isolated in their frustration, as if the burden of the issue rests solely on their shoulders. By saying, "Let's work through this together," you're not only showing empathy, but also actively offering your support to find a resolution. By expressing a willingness to work through this together, you are letting them know that they're not alone, reducing that feeling of isolation and offering comfort. The word "together" is central to this phrase's effectiveness. It implies partnership, which automatically dissolves the adversarial nature of a conflict. Instead of viewing you as someone they need to fight against, they begin to see you as someone who genuinely wants to help. Psychologically, inviting someone to solve a problem as a team satisfies a human need for belonging and support. When someone is in a heightened emotional state, their sympathetic nervous system is often in overdrive, preparing them for a fight or flight response or rational approach. Additionally, this phrase subtly communicates a sense of humility. It suggests that you're not coming to the interaction with all the answers, nor are you imposing your perspective. Instead, you're opening the door to a balanced discussion where both sides can contribute. In conclusion, "Let's work through this together" is a powerful phrase for diffusing anger and building connection. It offers emotional support, invites collaboration, and demonstrates humility, all qualities that are essential in diffusing tension and fostering productive interactions. By embracing a team-oriented mindset, you create a pathway from anger to understanding, transforming potential conflicts into opportunities for growth, partnership, and strengthened relationships. Lesson 7. I respect your perspective, even if I don't fully agree. When emotions are running high, disagreements can quickly spiral into heated confrontations. By saying, "I respect your perspective, even if I don't fully agree," you demonstrate an openness to understanding the other person's point of view without necessarily compromising your own. Respect is a cornerstone of healthy communication, especially during conflicts. Anger often escalates when people feel dismissed or belittled for their views, leading to defensiveness and emotional shutdowns. By explicitly stating your respect for their viewpoint, you're sending a signal that their opinions matter, which can reduce feelings of resentment and ease tension. Additionally, this phrase embodies one of the key principles of emotional intelligence: empathy. Empathy doesn't require you to adopt someone else's beliefs as your own, but it does require an understanding of their perspective and feelings. By expressing respect for their point of view, you're demonstrating that you're willing to step into their shoes momentarily, even if only to acknowledge their experience. Psychologically, this approach can significantly change the dynamics of a conversation. When someone is angry, they often expect resistance or rebuttal, which can trigger a fight response. However, when you respond with respect, even in disagreement, it creates a cognitive dissonance that can lead to a pause in their anger. The phrase also implies maturity and confidence, qualities that people tend to respect. When you can acknowledge another perspective without feeling threatened or defensive, you show that you're secure in your own beliefs. The next time someone expresses a view that frustrates or conflicts with your own, try responding with this phrase. In conclusion, "I respect your perspective, even if I don't fully agree," is a powerful tool for diffusing anger and promoting constructive communication. This phrase not only validates the other person's point of view, but also maintains your own boundaries, allowing for a respectful exchange even in disagreement. By embracing this approach, you cultivate a respectful, open-minded atmosphere that encourages understanding and bridges the gap between differing viewpoints, leading to stronger, more resilient relationships. Lesson 8. I appreciate your honesty in sharing how you feel. Acknowledging someone's honesty, especially when they're angry or frustrated, can be a surprising and effective way to diffuse tension. By saying, "I appreciate your honesty in sharing how you feel," you're not only validating their emotions but also recognizing the courage it takes to openly express difficult feelings. When people are angry, they often expect pushback or defensiveness. Acknowledging and appreciating their honesty is unexpected and can momentarily disarm them, breaking the cycle of escalating anger. This phrase communicates that, despite the heat of the moment, you value their willingness to express themselves openly rather than letting things fester. Appreciating someone's honesty also validates the effort they've made to articulate their emotions, which may have taken a great deal of courage. Expressing anger openly isn't always easy. It exposes vulnerabilities and risks conflict. Additionally, this phrase reinforces a culture of open communication and trust. When people know that their honesty will be appreciated rather than criticized, they're more likely to communicate openly in the future, leading to healthier and more resilient relationships. In practice, using "I appreciate your honesty in sharing how you feel" can be transformative. The next time someone shares their frustration with you, try responding with this phrase. You may notice that it diffuses their anger, helping them feel seen and respected. Often they'll respond with a calmer tone, ready to engage in a more balanced conversation. By focusing on their honesty rather than the content of their anger, you're creating a safe space for them to continue expressing themselves without feeling judged. In conclusion, I appreciate your honesty in sharing how you feel is a powerful way to cool down anger and foster open, healthy communication. This phrase acknowledges the courage it takes to be honest about difficult emotions and shows respect for their openness. By appreciating their honesty, you're not only diffusing the immediate tension, but also building a foundation of trust and respect, creating a pathway for meaningful dialogue and stronger, more understanding relationships. We've journeyed through the art of cooling down anger with empathy, respect, and a dash of Stoic wisdom. Imagine having the ability to transform even the most heated exchanges into moments of connection and understanding. These sayings are not just words, they're tools for building trust, diffusing tension, and creating an environment where open dialogue thrives. If these lessons resonated with you and you're eager to explore more ways to bring calm, clarity, and kindness into your relationships, hit that subscribe button. By joining our community, you're not only gaining valuable insights, but also contributing to a space dedicated to growth, resilience, and mindful communication. And if you found these tools helpful, let us know by liking this video and sharing it with those who might need a few extra strategies for handling conflict with grace. Here's a little challenge for you. Comment "mind over body" below if these sayings shifted your perspective or surprised you with their simplicity and effectiveness. Let's see how many of us are taking a step toward mastering our reactions and transforming conflicts into opportunities for connection. Remember, the power of calm is in your hands, literally. By choosing your words mindfully, you're choosing to bring understanding and compassion into every interaction. It's a gift not only to others, but also to yourself, as it brings peace and depth into your life. Thank you for being here and sharing this journey toward better communication and stronger connections. Until next time, keep practicing, keep reflecting, and keep choosing mind over body.